Hey guys, Darren with a box review here of 2000 Topps Team USA basketball cards. This is basically the end of the 90s USA team cards. Topps didn't do anything with the Team USA, the men's team. They did a set with the women's basketball team once, but this is their one time doing the men's team, and they did it across all of their brands. So they really took the opportunity to make full advantage of this team. But here with this box, they did something interesting, or with this set, because they did not only the men's team, but they also did the women's team as well, combined together in the set, a 90 card set. So it's similar in size to the size of other card sets that they've done, but they did it in a different way. They did these cards with a very, in my opinion, overly designed approach. So here you have one where you have the stripes of the US flag, and then you have the US, basically the states is kind of in the background, and then you have one where you have action shots that are they're basically fake, I'm pretty sure, just kind of like some stock background shots. It looks kind of weird in a way. Then they did their USA floating in the sky with the globe behind, and you have the bald eagle, and that's the way they did the set. And then they have some team cards at the end, and then a checklist. And because the card designs look the way that they do, it's kind of interesting going through the packs because they all look like insert cards, and they kind of run together as a result. And there weren't great landmarks. These were the only cards that really stood out. These cards and these cards looked to me pretty much the same. The card backs are a little bit different from one group to another, but still there's a surprising similarity between them. So that made the cards kind of run together in every pack. There were very few cards that really were distinguishable, and that was too bad, because I basically had to read names and note all of the really significant players. So Tim Duncan, Grant Hill, Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett. I would see those names pop up, and then of course Lisa Leslie and Yo-Yo, Holtzclaw. I was essentially spending my whole time looking for the star cards, they're the star players in the set, and then the inserts. And that was kind of the disappointment of going through the packs, was the fact that they weren't really an invigorating experience of a lot of variety. It all kind of ran together. But the big challenge with the box is it is really, really thin. There are 24 packs in a box, pretty much, 8 cards per pack, which means there are very few cards in the box itself. It goes kind of quickly, and for me, I only got 23 packs in this box. I actually came one pack short, which was kind of weird and disappointing. As far as the set goes, I got within 9 cards, so I got 81 out of 90 cards for the set, which is it's okay. The turnout, the doubles are about 3/4 as many doubles as regular cards. It was close, so I didn't mind too much. But again, this is one of those cases where it's such a distinctive set, such a unique set. It'd be nice to get the whole set, because otherwise it can be kind of tricky to track down the rest of the cards. But I had the set, so I didn't have to worry about that. But this set does have some interesting cards in it, starting with their gold parallel, which obviously makes sense. Now these cards they're kind of plasticky in a way. Well, they're very plasticky. These are almost like Collector's Edge, very, very similar to early Collector's Edge. And so the plastic quality makes them feel kind of weird. But it also means that when they shifted over to the gold version, the look is very strange, because due to the plastic quality of the card, the gold burnish looks just kind of muted, kind of dull in a way, which it's a parallel. The card backs I think look better, but the card fronts just are not all that exciting. It was 1 per pack, so I got 23 cards here. And that's one of the big excitement elements of going through the packs, is pulling out all the gold parallels. And there was only one parallel, or only one double that I got of these. So they were all pretty much fresh, and that was a good thing. So Ruthie's the only one there. But that was kind of like the big highlight pack by pack. Otherwise, like I said, kind of ran together. But they do have a couple of inserts, and the most common insert that you run into is the side-by-side. Now, this is something that the Topps was doing right about this time, and what they have is a refractor on one side and a non-refractor on the other. And they do it one way, and then they also do it in the opposite direction. So here's refractor, not refractor, here's not refractor, and with a refractor. And I'm supposed to get, I think it was one per box, I was supposed to get one where it was dual. Both sides had refractors. I did not get that in the box. I got three where the refractors on the left, and non-refractors on the right. So I got more than I was supposed to get of this, but I did not get the double refractor, which was too bad, because for me, collecting the set, those are the ones that are tough to come by. And then the other one you commonly get, and this was about for the average, this is a little above the average. I got 3 of these in the box. I got Alonzo Mourning and Kevin Garnett, as well as Carl Walters. So that was good, but they have a couple of other parallels. They have autographs, or at least autograph redemptions. At this point, I don't know if the autographs themselves were in here. It appears that it's only the redemption cards that they had in the packs. I don't know. And then they also have jersey swatch cards, and I didn't get any of those. So the rare cards I didn't get any of. And like I said, I was supposed to get one of the dual refractors. I did not get that. So that. I would say I pretty much hit for the average. It's just that the average was kind of shifted. And the fact that it goes so quickly is kind of a disappointment. So if I had been going through these packs and all of the cards were interesting, where there was a very clear distinction between the different subset, or between the different themes of the set, it would have been more interesting. But it kind of went quickly, which was a little bit disappointing. I do like the fact that they designed the set so that there are 4 cards for every player. So every player has one of these. There are 23 cards for each group. And so every player has one of each of the 4 versions. They shift the players around, the order of the players in each set. But you're able to do that. So like when I put my binder together, I put together a binder for each player. So I have Tim Duncan with each of these cards, and then I also have it with all the gold cards on the same page, and then I can put this card on the same page as well, and that's a full 9 for each of the players. So setting up a binder with these is cool because of the number of cards that there are. But for me, that's what this is about putting together the set, and putting together the set in a way that makes it look kind of cool with all of these parallels, or with all of the players on each sheet. As far as going through the packs, it was a mechanical process. There were no images that were interesting. Even the cards where they actually have the images on them, the images just, they look fake, they look weird. And that was I like the idea that they have, where they're trying to make it look like actual game shots, even though they're not game shots. It was a noble effort, and they did actually do a good job with the scale of the cards. So every single player looks like they actually are supposed to fit in there. It's just the lighting is weird. That's the main thing that throws me off on it. And so even at that, going through these cards, it just didn't feel right. Like I said, it felt like these were a bunch of inserts, but there were too many inserts. It wasn't like a hot pack. It was pack after pack after pack. Everything ran together. So that was a shame. Now, as for the doubles, most of the doubles that I got were individual doubles. I really didn't get much in terms of triples. So it wasn't like I was getting a whole bunch of cards that were just totally stacked up, except for the team cards. The team cards, I got a lot of them, as well as the checklist. So right at the end, there was a lot going on. But otherwise, it felt good to get just pretty much just one of each of the doubles. So you felt like it was just a little bit more spread out, as opposed to getting loaded down with individual cards. I do wish that the box was more in line cost-wise to what you get out of it. For me, this was a $75 box, and for 24 packs, or in this case 23 packs, with 8 cards per pack on a 90-card set, there aren't any cards in here that are anywhere near worth what the box would be. Now, if they had the autographs, if they had an autograph or a jersey card in each box, I might consider it. If they had both, then I would say it's probably, I mean, $75 is a lot for a box, but I would say, yeah, okay, I could understand that. But the fact that you're most likely not going to get either of those, and in this case, I didn't even get the dual refractor, that makes it really difficult to look at this box and say, okay, this is going to be fun, because one, you're not going to get anything of value out of it unless you just happen to get a really good jersey like Garnett. And two, the cards weren't interesting. For the first couple of packs, they were kind of cool, and then they just get boring because of how monotonous really they come across. So I wish that I could say this was an awesome experience, but it's really not. I like what Topps tried to do. I think they did a really good job in their endeavor. I just think that the final result was a missed opportunity. And so while it is a cool thing to have done, and for me, I am collecting the set, although ironically I only got 3 of the gold cards that I needed, which was surprisingly few. But setting that aside, I think it would be a really fun experience. I just don't think that this is quite at the level where it needs to be. The design isn't there. I hate to use the term return, but that's the best term to use for this. So that's basically my take. I really like the 96 a lot more than I do the 2000. So hope that kind of helps you out with this, and thank you guys for watching.